a flap of his like swim trunks just falls down on his ass. So his ass is like one ass cheek is like halfway exposed. And so we're on this rock. This is like that's a lot of people. It's like a tourist spot. So there's a ton of families and stuff.
What's up, everybody?
Hey,
what's
up? Going?
It's finals week, baby.
Let's go.
We're in the freaking
great.
end game
Finals
now.
week.
We are in.
Well, how many finals you have?
I've already taken 3.
How many you have?
7.
Really?
Yeah.
No way. I've never heard
With
of
like
that.
I've never
labs
heard
and
anyone
stuff?
say that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait,
I had 3 lab finals last week, and I have 4 this week. 4 regular finals this week.
so you have 2 tomorrow?
I have 1 tomorrow, 2 Tuesday, 1 like Wednesday morning, but it's online. It shouldn't be that bad.
Okay.
nice out, buddy.
Was the lib like packed?
Yeah.
Wait,
By
you
like
guys
10:30,
weren't
you
even
can
in the
find a
live.
seat.
You guys weren't even in the
We
live.
were in the live in the morning, and we got there at like 10, and just the 4th floor was just full of people already.
Yeah, we were there.
All the tables.
Yeah, there are people like looking around trying to find seats.
It's crazy.
We're lucky we found a table in the corner.
Dude, I was telling this about the earlier. I was talking about this. One of like the worst things about the live is it gets so fucking hot in there.
Dude, it's like
Do you
an,
not
it's an
agree?
oven.
It's like an oven. It's like, I mean, if it's like an oven if it's like 70 degrees outside. Today it was like 85.
Yeah, it gets really hot in there sometimes.
It's towards the front too. Like the.
I know. I told
if you
Travis
sit
we have
on
to go
it.
sit in the back because the
Dude.
front is so hot.
Dude, if you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen.
That's why I don't go and that's why I don't study the live, Big Tavish.
Or my kitchen.
Do you at least like take breaks, or
Yeah,
you
I
just
stop and I
sit
go-
there?
I
No,
sit
he'll
down
look
and go
on
on
his
my
phone for a
phone.
while.
I went to
So
office. I took a break, went to office hours for 3.5 hours, then went back to study.
Yeah.
Okay, so you were studying for how long were you sitting in the same seat
Yeah.
in the library for the first session?
Only like
Before you went to
2
office
hours,
hours.
and then he went to like we were there at like 10:30,
No, it was like 3 hours.
It was until 1 o'clock, so
Yeah.
2.5 hours.
and then Mary came, and I left with Mary to go study with Beryl,
Okay.
and then Mary left, and then Travis showed up.
Yeah, I
So-
went
And
2.5
then we went to
hours.
like the EE building where they built their blimp.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not like sitting
wait,
in the
you guys were in
same
the
spot for
capsule?
like 7 hours straight.
Not the same. I mean, I would.
Well, today he was at the
You just
Tomorrow
told me it
I'll
wasn't.
be
in
the
the
same
EE
place.
building. He sat there for a couple hours.
We were there for
How many is a couple?
4:30 until like 8. I got a sandwich from Subway because I was getting pretty hangry. I was getting stuff wrong and I was getting mad, so I had to leave and go get a sandwich.
That's what I was
It's
telling
getting
Alex. I was like, whenever you don't get a problem, you start to get pissed.
Dude, well, I hadn't eaten anything since like 1 o'clock, so I'm like, fuck, I can't fucking get it. So I had to go get a Sub Joe, and
A little
that
Sub
brought me
Joe.
back. Yeah, bring my energy up a little bit.
One of the other things we were talking about when we went to In-N-Out earlier, so we just watched The Wolf of Wall Street last night, the first half of it. Isn't your dad isn't a stockbroker, but he
does something similar to that.
He
What
does
does he do?
investment.
Yeah, he's
He does what
I don't even
what
know
I
what
was like.
financial advisors.
Yeah,
What
so
does that
he
mean?
tells people what to invest in. So he's essentially doing the same thing, but he doesn't actually do it for them.
So he doesn't. He does nothing. He just tells people what to do.
Charges service time.
Yeah.
Basically.
He basically
He's
gets paid,
fairly
like,
good.
so your dad's George Bell.
Basically, he's Jordan Belfort. No.
He basically gets paid like $450 an hour to be like, yeah, I would do that, but he doesn't actually do it for him.
He doesn't like manage people in the same way. It's like he's part of a company.
Yeah.
That, like, and they'll do their own thing. They have
Yeah.
their own clients and stuff. So
Yeah.
that's what I strive to be.
What if your dad was like that?
Was
like he was just
that
like a
Jordan
like,
Belfort, just
insane.
crashing a helicopter into our backyard, like
Popping Quaaludes 24/7.
Yeah,
that would
you-
be impressive.
He's just on like a ton of drugs and like always go like partying and stuff like that and just screaming.
Yeah, that would probably not be great.
That would be.
I probably
so,
would not be here.
Fucking hookers
That'd be so fucking
in office.
No, Jordan Belfort has a couple kids. You could
Yeah.
be here.
Dude,
He has like one,
No, he's like remarried. He has like a son now, and his son just graduated.
yeah. Well, now he does.
One of his like, I don't know if it's his daughter or his stepdaughter, just graduated from NYU grad school.
I thought that movie took place in like the early 2000s.
No, that movie was filmed in like 2013.
No,
No,
but
when did it
like
take
when the
place?
story took place.
Oh, I thought it was like,
Because his actual kid.
Oh, that's probably around there.
yeah.
So his kids couldn't be graduating already.
No, I think it was way earlier.
Yeah, I think
I think it was
like-
1990s.
It was 90s, I think.
I think
Oh,
it's-
really? I
I'll
thought it was
look it
early
up.
2000s.
It was like the
90s
story
sounds right.
started around the crash. Oh,
The 87.
Okay.
Oh,
interesting.
Okay. Yeah, so
Um,
that was a minute ago.
In 1987, Jordan Belfort takes an entry-level job at a Wall Street brokerage. By the early 1990s,
It's
while
Matthew
still in his,
McConaughey.
yeah, while still
Pretty smart.
in his 20s, he starts his own firm. So it's early 1990s.
Okay.
He's like, Tootski?
So Matthew
That
McConaughey is
movie
barely.
is so funny, dude.
Matthew McConaughey is barely in that movie, but he's so funny and like memorable. 'Cause he's just,
There's like a lot
doing-
of good actors. He's in it. Like Jonah Hill's in it. Like,
Yeah.
No, but did you hear? I was watching like a podcast with Jordan Belfort in it today. So Leonardo DiCaprio was like, that's who it was. They were choosing between him and
I don't remember what it was.
him and somebody else for the lead actor, and it ended up going to Leonardo DiCaprio, obviously, because Jordan Belfort had a relationship with
Oh,
him.
it was the guy from Ocean's 11, I think.
George Clooney.
I think it was
No,
Brad
it was
Pitt.
George Clooney,
George Bush.
Brad Pitt,
Yeah.
Matthew McConaughey, and Leonardo DiCaprio. I think those were the four.
Yeah, and there's like some kind of bidding war
Yeah.
that happens for the part. Like
Oh really?
they pay, or something like
Yeah,
that.
no,
I don't know
so
how
yeah.
it works.
They were like
it's pretty
each of
cool.
their agents were like paying to play the part because of like what the benefits that would come out of it, essentially. And Jonah Hill wanted the position so bad to be like his
His
Yeah.
like
his
stupid
assistant.
friend.
No, Jonah Hill's like literally like, you can pay me the bare minimum that you have to. He's like,
Oh,
I will
really?
accept nothing. So Jonah Hill basically did that movie for free.
Yeah,
Dude,
He
he's
got
so
paid-
funny.
He got paid jack shit to do that movie.
yeah. They're all really good.
The part where he has the shoe and he's like slamming it on the table.
Yeah,
and-
when he has the leads. Like,
Yeah, after he
Steve
does the
Madden.
leads. Steve Madden.
Steve
Steve Madden. And then he's like,
Crawls out of the car.
oh. It's like, oh yeah, if I have like a retarded kid, I'll just take him out of the field and say, you're free now.
You're free.
It's so bad. Yeah, that
That's
movie's,
some good times.
movie's kind of a banger.
That was a fat banger.
That movie. Good time.
In the last like episode, we talked about the like Warriors Raptors a little bit.
Oh god.
Do we want to give an update on that? Will's grinning.
The Warriors
What do
are
you
getting
think, Will?
fucked right now.
They're getting fucked.
Why would we ask Will for this? Continue. Will's gonna.
Well,
I just wanna know Will's thoughts.
I'm honestly like really surprised that they're up 3-1. They just have played better.
Yeah,
They play more physical defense. They have people that knock down big time shots, and they're playing really good defensive schemes.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're just playing well.
yeah. It looks like they're playing pretty well.
And what was I gonna say? Yeah, well, I mean, it reminds me of when the Spurs played the Heat. I think in 2016 or no 2014
Yeah, it was
2014
a while ago.
2014 when they played when LeBron was on the Heat, and Kawhi Leonard and Danny Green just were like
I remember-
draining so much.
I remember Danny
threes.
Green.
Danny Green drained so many threes in that final.
Yeah.
And the Heat were like, oh, like the big super team. It just Kawhi Leonard and Danny Green just have a reputation
Demolished.
Yeah.
beating teams that are like quote unbeatable.
Yeah.
It's just interesting.
Durant.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Never thought about that. Yeah. Isn't Durant supposed to come back next game?
Yeah.
No, he
won't
said
be
he's
back.
cleared to practice today,
They
but I don't
listed
think he's
the
going to be
Warriors.
back.
So he practiced today, and the Warriors listed him as questionable tomorrow.
They're
but
playing. They're playing mind games right with the
There's
Raptors.
no way that they're gonna play KD.
Why? Why is there no way?
What if he comes back and he tears his Achilles?
He's not. Why would he tear his Achilles? He had a strained calf.
Okay.
How
I
does that
think-
mean
They're
he's gonna
playing
tear his
mind games
Achilles?
with
I
them.
don't. I think he's a lot more injured than
Yeah.
I think. He's been out for a month. If you think about it,
He's a lot more injured than
Strained his
they're.
calf.
Yeah, I know.
but it was like out for a month, and there was.
They don't
like
want to
one
say. They don't want to
practice.
say.
I don't know.
He has
I
he's a
want
torn
to
calf.
see him come back.
Because then the other teams will be like, oh, we can just win now.
I want to see him come back because I want the Warriors, but also like I don't know if it'd be necessarily realistic enough for him actually to come back.
Yeah, it's a hard comeback. They don't have LeBron on their team to backpack him.
Yeah.
That's true.
I was reading something this morning about how a few of the other Warriors were playing through injuries, and they were like, "Why the fuck isn't Durant back yet?" And
Honestly,
he's
like,
not playing through.
yeah, like
Like,
everyone
doesn't
else.
Klay
is
Thompson
kind
have like a hamstring?
Yeah.
Klay Thompson dropped
It's not a
26 in
severe-
the last game too.
Looney has a hairline
broken
fracture in his collarbone.
Yeah,
And he's
Yeah, but
playing.
he can walk though. If Durant has like a seriously torn calf or like almost torn Achilles, you don't want to like do that because that could ruin your career.
Yeah, but he can't shoot if he has like as well with a fractured
Looney's a center.
collarbone.
He doesn't need to shoot. He just gets rebounds.
Dude, that guy.
Yeah,
It's
but
an
hey,
all-arm
put your arms
sport.
up.
I think Durant's.
Dude, it's a
Durant's
very
gotta come
physical
back, man.
sport down in the paint.
You're gonna-
With a broken collarbone, that can't be fun.
Oh my god, can you imagine that? Your fucking collarbone's broken and those big Joes are just trying to beat the shit
Yeah,
out of you.
he's going in there with a broken.
The difference
bone.
is if you can a bone will heal fine. If you have a torn Achilles, that's like very serious.
Well, if his Achilles
Yeah,
is
but-
actually torn, he's not going to come back.
Well, I mean, like if it's like if it's like
Yeah, but obviously, the indentation or the implication that they're like wondering about is like, why isn't KD like trying like
Yeah, he doesn't
his
care.
best?
So he
Like
can,
everyone, like he has a broken bone and he's playing. Who the fuck breaks
he
their
doesn't
bones?
care. He's there for rings.
Yeah,
Exactly.
he doesn't
that's
care.
that's
Yeah.
why everybody on the
That's
team
what he's
is like,
saying.
why?
Yeah.
I know. I'm just saying like if that's the reason why like
Okay.
I think he'll come back.
Yeah.
I project. McTavish
Yeah.
projection.
He
I-
should. If he
He'll come back.
doesn't, like,
I don't know. Even
Riot.
if he comes
Snake.
back, he's gonna have limited minutes.
But I was reading some article because everyone says that KD's career is tainted by the fact that he joined the Warriors the year after the Thunder blew the 3-1 lead to them in the Western Conference Final. And everyone's like, what if KD came back from injury and led the Warriors down from 3-1 in the NBA Finals? They're like, that would completely, like, cover up his act of leaving after the 3-1 blow.
Well, that would be like the reason why people say that is imagine if the Warriors came back and won, and then Kawhi Leonard left the Raptors and joined the Warriors.
Bring
Oh
him
my
in.
That's
God.
what it's.
Bring the
That's,
boys home.
that's basically what happened.
That'd be so funny. That'd be so funny. What's up?
Yeah.
That's why the Warriors get so much hate.
Yeah. Nah, the Warriors are the best. They're just going. They went down 3-1 so they could make up for the 2016 finals, and there can't be any more memes.
It's
about
only
them
happened
blowing
like
3-1.
3 times.
No,
ever.
it's gonna happen this year.
The Warriors had
It was
done
once and then twice the year, and then they did it against the Thunder, and then they lost to the Cavs.
yeah, you see.
3
Yeah,
times
again,
ever
man.
to happen. So it's
Yeah, they want it the fourth now.
They need a fourth.
No,
there
they're
must
going
be
in.
balance.
no.
Hey, they're going for a fourth
Perfectly
ring.
balanced.
The
That's all
Raptors
things
are going to
should
end
be.
it.
They're going for a fourth ring, so why not make the
The
fifth
Raptors are
ring
at
and come
home.
back?
Yeah, yeah.
They have the
yeah.
momentum. They're just
No, they're
close
gonna
it out.
get backed.
They're gonna
by
get
the
fucked.
Warriors.
At home
Yes.
when they're up 3-1.
I mean, the Warriors.
They're gonna get trampled.
The Warriors
by
are
the
gonna push their
Warriors.
shit in, man.
Okay.
When's the next game?
Warriors are gonna
Tomorrow.
Right.
Oh, it's tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yes.
during your fucking final. You're
Really?
gonna miss the whole
Oh,
Your finals
I'm gonna come
tomorrow
out of my
night?
final.
game. No, you're gonna come out of your final and it'll be decision day for
Oh,
the
okay.
Warriors because
Yeah.
it's the 6.
My final's 7-10.
What final do you have?
C207, which is about like beams deflecting and stuff. It's mechanics and materials.
Beams, about laser beams.
No,
about
not
laser
fucking
beams.
laser beams.
It's like laser swords, like Star Wars.
the
that
columns
deflect
in the
bullets.
house and how much of a load they can take before they deflect. And
How
So
much of
like
a
a
load?
Tractor beam.
Is that Tash, is that like the lightsaber? Like how much load it can take when like a bullet hits it?
Is that like when
Reflects?
Obi-Wan turns
Is
off
that
the
like the
tractor
physics?
beam?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, man. Yeah,
Why don't you
tractor
explain the
beams.
physics of like the lightsaber and the tractor?
Oh, the
beams in
lightsaber,
Star
the
Wars?
lightsaber function, or just a lightsaber in general?
Yeah, let's go over
Let's not
the,
get into the lightsaber function.
Okay,
this
well,
time.
Well, can you explain to me the engineering of a lightsaber, please?
Yeah, of course, man. I made a couple lightsabers in my day, mainly make them out of cardboard, and
The Kyber crystals.
it requires a lot of use of your imagination to make it actually.
Which
work.
color is the strongest one now? Like scientifically.
Scientifically,
Gotta
it
be
has
yellow.
to be.
No
No,
one's
no,
ever used it.
no one does yellow. It's got to be purple.
Dude, what about the white ones?
A white.
Yeah, I thought the white
lightsaber?
one was the strongest.
It's gotta
See,
be yellow. No one's ever used a yellow. It's like Thanos is.
People have used yellow. It's just not in the movies.
No, yeah,
right?
I've seen
In
yellow.
the cartoons, they use yellow.
I feel like they've shown every color.
Really?
Except
Not
for
like a pink
rainbow.
one.
They're
Not-
obviously
not
not
in the 80s,
representing
but
the Pride Month.
They're skipping out.
Yeah,
Come on, Star Wars.
Well, what are they? They've done purple, blue.
Come
green,
on,
red.
Lucas.
They had yellow.
Maybe
and
yellow
the
color you can
guards
They
for
haven't
the
had orange.
library had them in the Clone Wars TV series, I think.
The yellow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
I've
the
seen
guard
yellow
guys.
something.
There- There's no.
And they
I
had
don't
the
think there's.
black
I don't think
ones.
there's orange.
Oh yeah, the
Remember
black
the
one's
black
so
one?
sick.
Yeah.
That the Mandalorian has the black
Yeah.
one.
That shit's so.
Did you watch the show, Will?
Which is the Mandalorian show?
No, he said that one's
the
for
Clone
babies.
Wars?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Clone Wars show.
I have not
The
watched.
Clone Wars is not for
Yeah.
babies, man. Heads were rolling in like season 6.
Dude, that shit is
it. And then it got
dick.
canceled.
Well, yeah, because Disney decided to be a bunch of cocks and just shut it down.
Dude,
It's coming back.
the new Mandalorian show should be sick.
When is that supposed to come out?
Well, unless someone in the house is gonna buy a Disney streaming service.
It's
Oh,
gonna be on.
it's
It's on
Disney?
Disney Plus.
Dude, come on.
Disney's putting all their shit. If
Disney
we like
took down
think
like
about
every
it.
Disney.
If we-
Disney took Moana off of Netflix. That was the saddest
Dude.
moment of my fucking life.
if we all like pitch in for that Disney Plus, you get because they're gonna have Fox now too. There's gonna be like
They're gonna have Fox.
It's just this
Disney-
monopoly
Disney.
that's growing. They're just
Disney
controlling
bought Disney
everything.
bought
yeah.
Fox, so all the
Yeah,
Fox
Disney
movies are
bought
gonna be on the
Fox.
Disney
Oh my
Plus streaming
God.
service.
What movies does Fox? They make the
They make
X-Men.
the
They make
X-Men.
X-Men. They make like
Which other one? What else? They make?
just like
Just
there's
like,
a lot of really good movies.
yeah, big like action.
Fox made
movies.
Deadpool.
Oh, very interesting.
Netflix
Like-
has Deadpool, I think.
No, it
Does
doesn't.
it? I don't think.
No.
it-
Not even so.
Hulu might.
Oh.
No.
No.
Well, anyway,
I'm sure.
there'll be
Oh.
like a bunch of like actually good stuff that Netflix doesn't have.
Will
On
John Wick
Disney
3
service.
be on there? That's all we have to
John
watch.
If we,
Fox is the most important.
it might be on there if there's like some sort of like Fox connection.
We watched. That was your first time seeing John Wick 1, right? You
Yeah.
watched it
And
recently.
he watched John Wick 2. Travis did.
Yeah,
So
I'm thinking
Will,
I'm back.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
what were your first impressions?
You stole John.
It's
Wick's
it's
car.
like
Did you like
it's
the first one or the second one?
I like them both. I thought it was just like really well. It's like a really unique action movie because a lot of like modern action movies have way too much just like CGI and cutting and like just
Yeah.
stupid bullshit. John Wick has like he does all his own, a lot of his own stunts and all the scenes
he does
are
all
like
his own
the scenes
stunts.
are like all one continuous shot.
It's very
That's
weird.
really good filmmaking. It just like makes
It
it more
looks
fun to
good,
watch. It looks
yeah.
good.
There's not a bunch of bullshit.
There's not a bunch of like weird cuts and like weird angles. It's just him like beating someone up and then like checking the barrel or checking the chamber.
And then shooting
And
them
then
in the head.
Yeah, it's just like really, it's cool. It looks real. It's like more realistic.
Yeah.
I think I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
I think I like the first one more. I think I like the first one more.
They're both good.
I think
They're
the,
pretty close.
yeah, I think the goal of the second one was like expand a little bit on the universe.
Yeah.
But I didn't see it still.
For John Wick 3, my coworker saw it, and she was talking about it one day at the office. But
Don't
like,
spoil it.
no spoilers. I haven't seen it either, so no spoilers, of course. But she said that I was like, she's like, they take it in a different direction. Like, I guess she's like, it's not what I expected, based on how the way that like the second one ended. It's obviously gonna be about like everyone going after him, but it's. She said it's a lot different, or there's a way.
Well, that's a spoiler.
It's not a spoiler.
Everyone's going.
What did it spoil, Will?
Yeah,
Well, now we just know what the movie's like now.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
well.
what?
What was
Like what?
Oh yeah.
What was it like?
What, how did
I
you
haven't
decide
seen
to
this
end?
fucking movie.
That's your own fault. You decided to do freaking practice problems instead of
I had
watching
a
the movie.
fat problem set due the next day at 12.
Yeah, everyone in our house is watching John Wick 2 because Will and McTavish haven't seen it yet. Will, of course, sits down to watch the movie, and McTavish goes in his room to do practice like
All right.
math
Okay.
problems.
Yeah, I watched the first 45 minutes and I had to finish more CE207.
Dude,
I'm sorry,
there's like it's like a 2-hour movie. 45 minutes of that is like barely a third.
dude.
Dude,
I'm sorry. I would not have finished my homework if I
ran,
watched
ran,
that movie.
ran.
I'm being honest. I would not have finished it. Practice problems.
What time did you go to
over
bed?
Everything. Like midnight.
Whoa!
I know,
Whoa!
I know.
Hold,
Whoa.
hold the phone.
I had class at
Yo, yo.
7:40 the next day. I had to get up and take the bus.
Dude, I had class at 7.
Sleep
the
is
next
very
day.
important.
And did you go?
No, I didn't go to
No.
my 7 a.m., but I
Yeah.
had class at 7.
And you didn't go. So what are you trying to say here?
You could have just not gone to your 7:40.
It was
Yeah,
the
I
last
think so.
class of the quarter.
I think,
couldn't
I think
miss
that's a
it.
logical conclusion.
I didn't go to my last class of the quarter from
Oh
7
my
a.m.
God. I had a bunch of stuff to do, and we had to talk about the crutch design. So I had to go.
The crutch design.
That's a good
Speaking-
little transition to the crutch design. Let's
Speaking
tell us
of the
about that,
crutch,
McTavish.
All right. Well, let me tell you guys about this
Explain
steady.
to
Let
the
me break
audience.
it down.
This product's coming out in the market probably in
Never.
2023 is our
Whoa.
projected
So you're kicking
release
us
date.
each like a percent. A
Yeah,
certain
you guys are
10%?
getting actually nothing because you
A
really didn't like the
whole
crutch.
30% each of us, and then
Yeah, you
You
guys.
put up with
we'll
you
get
crutching
five,
around
you
the
get one.
house for like a whole fucking quarter. McTavish.
You put up with me, really? Every time I sat down, you took my crutch and moved it to the other side of the house.
every day at like 7 a.m. you go.
Click, click. Well, yeah. Well, you know what? You guys are getting.
yeah.
I can't
That's
deny
right.
that. I
Send me
can't deny
20K. Send
Yeah.
me
that.
20K.
20K. Well,
Oh,
The
man.
Steady Cup will be available on the market someday. You
Steady
should
Cup.
put the link, the Amazon link for my product.
Imagine if. So you guys can't see this in person right now, but imagine a crutch with a cup holder on.
Okay, the
That's
cup
what a Steady
holder.
Cup
Whoa,
is.
whoa, whoa! We
Let
did
me-
not have a
let me
patent on
get a
this
little
yet.
bit-
You cannot give this out. To
You're
the
not
people.
you don't know shit about our product. The Steady Cup has a gimbal in the bottom of it that'll keep your cup steady.
My
and it
gimbal, my
easily
gimbal.
attaches to the side
My
of the
gimbal,
crutches
my
through the
gimbal.
pre-existing holes.
Officer
Observational.
gimbal.
You know what? Just wait for it to be on the market. You'll see me on Forbes like top 50
Mr.
hottest
McTavish.
men, or
Mr.
something
McTavish.
like that next week.
Hottest men on Forbes,
Right?
really?
And most valued, highest valued men under 20.
He's gonna be on the cover
Under
of
He's
it.
gonna be on the
25?
cover of
You're
GQ.
20.
Yeah, all right.
That would be
It'll
so
just have
funny.
him wearing like his like Billabong
DJ
shirt.
McTavish wearing Billabong. Yes. So just look out
or
for that.
Hurley or something.
Nah,
McTavish.
you're gonna wear your white checkered shorts.
Yeah.
Imagine
Okay,
McTavish
don't
on the
do
cover
it,
of
don't
GQ.
I'm not talking about that.
All right, that's it. I think we need to get into a little bit of a story time segment.
No. Okay.
Well, you don't have to tell it, McTavish. You can.
No,
you
that's
can
that's
tell- I
all
have another
that's all
story.
inappropriate.
Alright,
for the
just let
podcast.
let
Maybe a different podcast.
Okay, maybe
for that one.
maybe a little further on down the
a
line.
little more.
when I'm in the GQ magazine, I'll talk.
Yeah.
Okay, continue.
That'll
I
just
don't
further.
think, have
attract
you
me.
guys heard like what Cabo? Some of the stories from Cabo. So Alex and I and like some of our other friends went to like a senior trip. We went to Cabo for a week.
Senior citizen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you?
You've told me like a lot of the stories.
Oh,
How,
really?
like you told me the one where like Michael was like all, or Max was all upset because he got like cactus in his foot or something.
Oh,
It was
yeah,
just,
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
That was
you told me
like-
a lot of the stories.
Okay. Well, this one I don't know. Did I tell you the one about Max tearing his pants and like his ass?
I don't even.
Oh, I don't know. You might.
God.
I don't know.
So there's this. We're in Cabo. So this is me, Alex, and some of our other friends. So we're in Cabo, and there's this one rock that people like go to that you can jump off of. It's really fun. And basically, you take a boat from the main area to like another area, and then from that area you have to swim to the rock. And first of all, we all had like our phones and like our wallets and all this shit,
And a
and
little,
you have to.
like, it's a little
Yeah.
Ziploc bag.
Yeah. So we take the boat to like one part of it, and then we're sitting there and like, okay, well, how is one person gonna sit here with all of our stuff, or like, what are we gonna do? Like, are we gonna bring it, or are we just gonna hide it? You know, like your phone, your wallet. You don't want to leave it on the beach because there's like a million people there,
Yeah.
and you're in a German float or whatever. And so we decided that we would put the phones that we brought and everything we had in plastic bags and swim to the rock with it, and then we were jumping off the rock. I don't know if people actually jumped off the rock with the bag, or if
I
we
think-
left it on there.
I think Max did jump off the top of the rock
Yeah,
with the bag.
yeah. And so, first of all, the first part was, so this is where all of us are swimming out to the rock, and this big current comes, and it's kind of like swinging us around, and it catches Max, our friend Max, perfectly, and it thrusts him like ass first into a rock. And so he's like, no, and it's
Sucking
ass
in.
first into the rock. And so he takes forever to like swim out to the rock with us.
And
We're
he's
all
holding
waiting
that
for-
little Ziploc
Yeah.
bag while he's doing it.
He's holding the Ziploc bag with all of our important shit. And he's getting like thrown around out there in the ocean against the rocks.
Tossed.
Oh my
And so he
God.
climbs up to this rock, we're like, dude, like what took you so long? What are you doing? I'm waiting for you. And he stands up and he gets up, and you, like a flap of his like swim trunks just falls down on his ass. So his ass is like one ass cheek is like halfway exposed. And so we're on this rock. This is like, that's a lot of people. It's like a tourist spot. So there's a ton of families and stuff, and there are boats circling the rock, like with people watching. And so there's a lot of people to just see Max's ass just hanging out. And so we stayed there for like probably an hour or two, jumping off it. So he was there the whole time. But
That's hilarious.
he also, when he climbed up to the rock, he had the bag and he held it up and it was like full of water.
Yeah.
So all of our the phones, and
Sorry.
yeah,
Did you
like
put-
we had money, like
Throw in rice.
all our money got wet and stuff like that. Yeah.
Wait, were your phones like destroyed?
The phones that were in there were broken.
Whose
yeah.
phones were they?
It was
Max's and Michael's.
Michael's, yeah.
Ha.
And so
Mark Pierce.
yeah, and so they were broken, and I remember, well, actually, Michael's phone got really. It might have survived, but it got really broken because the night before he just like threw his phone on the ground.
Why?
He was
He was just yeah.
He just decided.
Yeah. So he was all
he was
fired
having a
up,
show.
and he just threw the phone on the ground. So it was like super cracked up. The next day, we swim out to this rock.
Soaks it in water.
Yeah, it's cracked and soaked in water, and so his.
You know what might help it? You know, some
Soak it
lotion.
in water.
Some rice.
Put in
Yeah.
like salt water.
Yeah, he put rice. I think he put it in rice, but it didn't work.
It's too late.
Yeah.
It's game over.
Yeah, I was tasked with swimming back with the bag, and I was trying to hold it out, and I was like, "There's no way this is alive. Like, I'm just holding this bag of broken phones out of the water for no reason."
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. You know, another thing that was in the bag was our friend Jay Milky's fake watch. His fake ice that he was very attached to.
Oh no.
And so
you guys
I mean,
just bought like a day before. Or
yeah,
whatever.
and so it got water and it doesn't work obviously because it's literally made of like cheap plastic. So this is one of those watches.
Rolex.
Yeah, it's supposed to look like a Rolex, but it's like fake, and so it's like $10 or whatever. And so he was very attached to this because we each got one when we were there,
Yeah.
and we were just walking around like flexing
Wait,
like they were real.
I've seen you wear that.
No, that's a different one.
We all got around.
Yeah, we.
Alex showed me his one time.
Yeah, so we all got these stupid watches that were flexing like they're real. Our friend John gets super attached to this one, and for some reason he had it on him. Oh, you know why he had it on him? Was because we were gonna bring it afterwards to a shop. They could like shorten it because it didn't fit his wrist right. And so he brought the watch with him. Cause see, this watch is obviously a very big deal.
Yeah.
And so he brings it, and yeah, it got soaked in the water, and so it was broken. He was pretty heated. I think he went and bought a different one.
Oh,
after
really?
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
The first one broke. Yeah.
Didn't they all stop working after like 3 days?
Mine never worked.
Oh my God.
But I thought it just looked cool. It was like black with gold.
Mine worked for a couple days, maybe a week.
That's so funny.
I mean,
What a nice roll.
took us a lot of like searching to find a place to go to us for like $5 or $10 something because the first couple of shops we went to were they're like $40, like $50.
Yeah,
Seriously?
it was dumb.
And yeah, we're like, this is literally like fake.
You have to shop out of the downtown
Yeah.
center area.
Yeah.
One thing I also got was a black henna tattoo,
Oh, yeah.
and it burned my skin. It looked like a good scar on there for it was there for
Yeah.
probably 6 months.
Oh my
It was
God.
there for a long time.
Yeah, it was kind of my friend, my roommate came up to me. He was like, "Yo, is that a white ink tattoo?" And I was like, "No, that's a burn."
It's like a chemical burn.
Yeah, it's a chemical burn. I remember when I got it. I was just sitting there. I was like, "Yeah, it's burning pretty hard. I wonder if I should take it off." But then I'm gonna ruin it. So I just left it on there. Yeah, I burned it.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Do you remember how much that thing was?
I think I paid $30 for it. It was worth.
I guess you got
Yeah.
your money.
These stories are
having it for
so
6
funny.
months.
I
Yeah.
feel like there's endless stories that you
Yeah.
guys have from this.
Yeah, dude. There's a time when was it the last day or was it the second to last day when we went down to the beach?
It did what?
We
When
went
you
down
guys
to
ran from the
Kiki
cops?
and the
Oh,
cops
that-
found us.
Yeah, maybe that's the second to last. It wasn't the first time.
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
Was it the
Yeah.
first time?
No, the time when we went down to the beach and they caught us, as soon as they came, Max just ran back to the house, and they're like, all right, we're just gonna make sure you're supposed to be here on this property and you actually belong to this house, and they call the house. And they're looking for Michael's dad, Dr. Nyo. And they're like, "Hello, Dr. Nyo." Max picks it up at the home.
God.
And he's like, "Hey, what's going on?" Is this Dr. Nyo? He's like, "Yeah, this is me." And he's like, "Yeah, we found some people at the ocean messing around." He's like, "Oh, sorry, I'll make sure they don't do that anymore." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And he's like, "Thank you for letting me know." And he hangs it up.
That's so awesome.
It was Max.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I think it was
That's so
because they're security guards in this property, right? That are on ATVs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I think that they were mad at us because you weren't supposed to go in the water because the current was really strong and stuff like that, and it's big waves, and I guess the people that own that property don't want to be responsible.
And it was midnight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And so
part of
yeah,
it.
they're getting mad at us for that.
You guys are just running around like a bunch of idiots.
Dude, we ran from them. At one
You
point.
did? Oh,
It was
my
at night.
They're shining like
Yeah, they
big
had, like,
lights at us.
Big lights on
I'm like,
ATVs.
oh
Like,
shit!
we're like, oh, because basically the house is up on this big hill, right? And it's this huge, like pretty much sand hill of all these houses leading down to the beach.
Yeah.
So we're on the beach, and then
But it's
these-
not super packed. It's pretty open.
Yeah, there's a lot of wide open spaces.
I'm running from the cops.
Yeah, so because we
Bad
all went
boys,
down to the
bad boys.
beach to the water, and then they pulled up and got heated, and so we ran away, and they had headlights on these ATVs, so we're sprinting back up to the house. Like, yo.
Did you guys get back in
Circle
time?
in.
Yeah, they never found us.
One of these spring breaks. My family has a place that we've stayed at in Cabo several times before. All you
Is it on the ocean?
It's a presidential suite that like overlooks the ocean, but all you can drink, all you can eat.
I like that.
That sounds like a good idea.
Like
It's a road trip to Cabo.
It's like
I don't know.
it's
like
like
you don't want to drive food.
it's like 15 minutes from Squid. It's like 15 minutes from Squid Row, so we really don't
Oh
need to
my
leave the hotel.
Joe's Take Mexico. We just drive from here
That would be like
From the
16
coop.
hours. That would be
We should
so
go to-
long.
through
Dude,
Mexico.
Can you imagine driving all the way through Mexico?
We
That'd
drive
be
the
rad.
vagina on wheels.
Yeah, let's drive the space coupe.
We drive the. Oh, speaking
I
of
don't know
the
if I
vagi-
want to drive all the way down.
No, we would
That'd
not.
be so funny.
No, it would literally. Well, like I could get like all you can eat, all you can drink, like rooms for a week, including flights for like $8.50 a person. So it would not be that.
I'll only go if we drive. It's the only way that I'm going.
Okay, well speaking of
If
vagina,
you buy flights early enough, you don't have to spend $8.50.
no,
you
but
can fly
that
internationally.
includes
No,
that
we
includes
drive.
like staying, food. No,
Oh,
that
okay.
it's $8.50 for the place, the food, the alcohol,
that would be
and the flights.
That'd be hilarious.
Okay, well speaking of vagina on wheels, we go to In-N-Out today.
What is that? That doesn't have anything to do with anything.
No, because we were talking about vagina. We're gonna take the vagina on wheels.
Because we were talking about vaginas, we're gonna talk about this now.
No, okay.
Continue.
So Alex, Enzo, and I, we all go to In-N-Out today, and there were some birds who were in In-N-Out.
Jesus Christ.
And Enzo parks right in front of In-N-Out, like the spot right in front of all the like windows and stuff, and we were like, man, what are you? Did you not? Did you not?
All right, just
Fuck
continue.
you, Matt.
I want to hear this.
And there were
Nothing. I just fucking. He's just getting.
just trying to roast
I
us
just
with
fucking
car.
am driving my car. I fucking drove
Oh,
you.
you're saying he
but
parked
he's
this-
just trying to roast
No,
my car.
You're just embarrassed that you got out of
Hey,
a
his car
Prius?
is the best
No.
gas mileage.
Hey,
anyone here.
hey, okay. There were some birds in In-N-Out, and all the jokes are kind of like we all like at one point at peak, and we're all leaving, and I realized that they're like one of them like looked out, and we all were getting into a fucking Prius to leave, and I was like,
How
wow.
embarrassing.
How
Thank
is that
you.
embarrassing?
How is that
Fuck
embarrassing?
you. That's my fucking car. I drove your ass 20 minutes in and out and 20 minutes back.
Fuck the space coupe.
Fuck
Fuck
you.
the
It
space
was
coupe.
literally a vagina on wheels.
Yo,
Yo.
man, we love vaginas here. I don't know.
yeah.
I do like
Yeah.
vaginas, dude.
You got something against vaginas, Matt?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying.
That's what I'm hearing.
God. Well, when was the last time you dropped the W?
Oh, God.
Sooner than you.
Whoa!
I don't think so, actually.
Oh, Alright, well,
Okay.
good talk.
Well, that was
Good talk.
Yeah, I think that's a good length of the podcast.
So, yeah.
Wait, how
So,
long
Gojo's Fat Joing and
Yeah, thanks for tuning in to the Newport U, and as always, go Joes.
Go Joes.
I'll leave the link to our Instagram in the description, so follow us there. It's-
Instagram now?
We have an Instagram, yeah.
Damn, we're...
Like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe, baby.
Let's go, baby! Let's go, baby!